and just talk. Why are you gents here at World Agri-Tech Summit 2025? Good.
Andrew, you can start. Oh, that's a tricky question. Why are we at Agri-Tech Summit? I think I'm here looking for inspiration. So I think a lot of these topics go round and round and round, and just get very repetitive, whatever form you go to. We've talked about data for years, so I'm looking for inspiration. I think that's why I'm here.
I think I'm here to see what might happen next, so not necessarily the technology that's available today, but what's around the corner, what challenges are going to come towards us. There's a lot of supply chain in the room, not a lot of farmers, and I think a lot of these challenges are going to come our way in the future that are talked about today.
Okay, can I jump in? So how can we make that correlation between those funders and that meeting room over there and you guys who are actually doing the work? How can we make that correlation?
Yeah, I think there's a bridge missing somewhere in this, whether it's in terms of strategy, in terms of funding, in terms of deliverability with technology. I think we need a bridging mechanism. There's a lot of rhetoric that sits at a very high level. You know, we operate at the shop floor, and I think that's the bit that's missing is a good bridge.
I think there's been a lot of talk about carbon again. I think it gets the airtime because it's relatively easy to measure compared with some of the other metrics we have on farm. We've spoken a bit already today about species recovery as a funding mechanism, but need to make that local. Who's going to fund it? It's not as exciting for a multinational, it's not as comparable across bits, and we still aren't talking about the food side of what we produce, just the carbon.
Optimistic? Let's finish off with a high. Are we optimistic about the future? Andrew, you go.
I think
you're an Ipswich Town supporter, aren't you?
No, far more optimistic. I think for all our sakes, we need to be optimistic about the future. I think we've got to look forward. We're very used to dealing with cyclical problems, annual problems. I think it's very easy to get sucked into that and into a negative mindset where you're just worrying about the very here and now. We have to very much focus on that, but actually we have to think in 5, 10, 15-year mind horizons, and I think that way we can just hopefully continue on an upward trajectory.
Yeah, I think we've heard this morning that we need to produce 2% more food year on year, so our product's still in demand and it's growing, so we ought to be pretty optimistic about that.
You boys are going to get busy.
Busier.
Jen, thank you very much.